On SME OnPoint this week, we meet Beam Renewables, a black-owned company established in the Eastern Cape last year. It is making strides to penetrate a European-dominated industry. The company operates in the renewable energy sector, focusing on wind energy. Its primary responsibility is asset management, as well as the erection and commissioning of wind turbines. CEO Patrick Njoloza says their major challenge is the belief that a necessary skill set is non-existent in the country, which results in a lot of skills being outsourced. My colleagues Nqonji and video journalist Zamukhanyo Mendile have this report for us.
Once considered a scarce skill, constructing and managing wind turbines is a hefty task. But Beam Renewables is adamant that the skills are available here. Now the only thing missing is for the industry to fully open up to South Africans.
It's been known to bring companies from Europe due to the fact that the skill set in South Africa, we tend to believe that we don't have. That was 2010 and now it's 2023. So there is a skill set and we can attest to that. That's why we started Beam Renewable Energy. So our goal really is to manage the assets that already been built since 2011 in South Africa and also welcome the projects that will be coming.
They have big dreams and plans to broaden their horizon. Prospective projects are already close at hand and partnerships have been established.
We can build any kind of wind turbine. It's a universal system. We can do it with higher winds. We can do it with very few people. We don't need almost manpower. Transportation is very easy. So at the end, it's bringing a lot of advantages to the market. We met Beam Renewables in the Hamburg fair in September 2022, and we are in close contact with them in order to develop an association for the South African market.
We have developed a bird detection and deterrence system that is designed to protect birds from colliding with wind turbines. It uses high-definition cameras to scan the sky around the wind farm and detect birds. When a bird is detected, we monitor its course, and if it enters the deterrent zone, the system emits a sound to make it go away, change its course. If it doesn't change its course and it continues towards the wind turbine blades, then we shut down the generator.
But yet another challenge is the shortage of resources.
There's a lot of issues around the projects that get signed in staggering form. So we have shortage of cranes in South Africa. So what does that mean for South Africa? We can sign all these projects, but most of the project will have to wait because there is no cranes in South Africa. So there is a partner that is willing to partner with us that is sitting in Europe. They are keen to have a joint venture of 50-50%, which we can sort of bring the cranes, but the cranes that we are building are the self-hoisting cranes.
Part of the goal is also to curb the crisis of load shedding.
The good thing about these projects that are coming up, at least they are contributing to trying to curb the load shedding and also trying to reduce the emission. So we also want to operate on that space to sort of help and assist in terms of load shedding, reducing the amount of load shedding that we are having.
Beam Renewables says funding is also a vital but scarce resource in this sector. However, with the prospect of success and growth in market, it is time for SMMEs to claim the space. And Nqonji, SABC News, Gqeberha.
Thank you to Beam Renewables for sharing their story with SME OnPoint. We're so excited to see the number of small businesses that are coming up with solutions, particularly at this time where we are finding ourselves as a country with scarce energy security. Please do write to us on our Facebook page. Our handle is @SME OnPoint. And do tell us if you know of an interesting company or a business that is working towards a solution of energy supply. We'd really love to feature them. To this now, barcodes and barcode scanners have become essential tools in today's globalized economy. They're used across multiple industries to streamline operations and also improve data accuracy. A division of the Consumer Goods Council of South Africa, GS1 South Africa, trains SMMEs on the adoption of the use of barcodes. Last year, GS1 officially launched an SMME development program which aims to assist small businesses with their ability to become compliant to legislative and supply chain requirements. Termed Retail Ready, it has officiated 30 companies across agro-processing as well as cosmetic sectors. This month, they are also gearing up with another partnership with government to deal with assisting another 150 street vendors in a project that will help them to be identified using a unique identifier called a global location identifier. To tell us more about all of this, I'm joined by Taryn Daniel. She's the program manager for GS1 South Africa. Taryn, welcome to SME OnPoint. Thank you so much for joining us. Firstly, take us through just how important it is going through the whole barcoding in the stages of product innovation. We have so many entrepreneurs and businesses that are coming with awesome products and they really want to make it to shelf, retail shelf. However, very few of them know about the importance and the requirement of barcoding the product. Please take us through the importance thereof.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Diabo. So definitely for SMMEs, they come in with extreme innovation and exciting new products and, to be able to get a foot into the door and possibly be able to supply the market. But what is very important for SMMEs' longevity and for the sustainability of their business is to be able to comply to things like, regulation, legislation, but also the supply chain requirements. The barcode is one of the 50 things that actually change the way the world economy works, because a barcode is actually a unique identifier, not just of a product, but also of the company that is bringing that product to the market. Now more than ever, with such an informed, kind of information-hungry consumer, it's that humble little barcode or the little number that's below those lines that allows trading partners to know exactly which product am I dealing with, which supplier am I dealing with, from whence does this product come from? Is this a legitimate product? Is this an authentic product? Has this been in any way jeopardized in terms of product safety or, food fraud, which are all problems that are becoming increasingly concerning in our market. So this little humble barcode that has been in place now for 40 years in South Africa is becoming the tool to providing consumers with peace of mind and also helping trade partners comply to the government requirements and that key aspect of speed to market. When you go shopping today, you can possibly find products in all of the retail stores. But the secret to getting listed again is how fast can you get that product to the market? Speed to market is key, and our humble little barcode is the vehicle for that.
Yeah. Let's talk about the fake barcodes that we find in the market, because there are many of those. Maybe a lot of times because people want to speed up processes of getting into shelves, and others they just want to get the product very quickly out there. What are the consequences of using a fake barcode?
Such an important key thing. So as everybody would know, barcodes are not necessarily legislated in a lot of countries. South Africa is one of them. This is because a barcode is actually a standard. And what has happened is that retailers and wholesalers and now online sellers around the world have decided to say, we need one global standard for identifying goods. So a lot of the time, SMMEs don't know about this requirement and really the detriment of having an authentic barcode. If an SME doesn't know about it, it's difficult for them to cost it or make a provision for it in their budgets. So a lot of the time, an SME, when being told by a retailer, you need a barcode if you want to trade with us, the first thing they do is go and look on Google. Now, GS1, the Global Standards Organization, is the only authorized issuer of barcodes. There are companies out there presenting themselves as legitimate barcode sellers, but unfortunately, this is not the case. Most of the time, they'll be selling you as an SMME a barcode that belongs to somebody else around the world. And this does so much damage to an SMME's mission, because you will find that they have gone and printed, a lot of stock. They've gone into their pockets to obtain monies to be able to print the stock, only to find out afterwards that, hold on, my barcode's not authentic.
Yeah.
So it's something to be very, very informative about, and we are trying by all means to make ourselves a household name. If you need a barcode, you need to be coming to GS1 South Africa, trading as the Consumer Goods Council, because that's where you're going to get your authentic barcode. And if I may just add, a barcode tells so much about the product. So much so, the first 3 digits tell you which country issued that barcode. The following numbers tell you which company owns or registered that barcode. And the remaining numbers actually tell you how many products does this company have in the market. So this issue of authentic barcodes and going to GS1 South Africa, who can be seen as actually the home affairs of products, is quite key for our SMMEs.
Understood. Now at least we know even how to read it. Pity we don't have those scanners at home, Taryn. But you have now started an interesting one of bringing in informal traders in terms of them in the ecosystem of entrepreneurship. Tell us about the global location identifier and how it's going to revolutionize the way they work and also identify them as street vendors.
So yes, as we have a whole suite of standards, we have a global location number that acts as an identifier for any entity or business. This is now becoming increasingly important when we have to map out the goings on with a certain industry. We are wanting to partner with government so that we can always have a handle on just how many informal traders are in a specific area. The beauty about it is that it allows you to align this unique number. We issue this number uniquely, and we assign it to the company name, the company registration, and we maintain this in a database. So any company that comes through us are uniquely identified using this GLN or global location number, and we maintain the information about the company so that in the event, like during COVID, we needed to see how many of our street vendors were affected by, the lockdown, not being able to trade, and then be able to try to support them with some form of support, whether financial or through packs for those times where they could not actually be out and selling to customers.
Yeah.
Everything starts with being able to identify. In order to know the magnitude of an issue, you need to be able to quantify it. The system of standards allows you to build up trusted data that you can share with the market, with government, to be able to make decisions in future as well.
Taryn, thank you so much. Please do keep us in touch and informed about particularly the global identifier rollout and how that is going. We'd really like to follow up on that. We are interested in innovation that comes out of South Africa that is particularly aimed at small and medium enterprises. And that is all from SME OnPoint for this week. And as usual, I always urge you to please support small businesses in your communities and keep those rands circulating. And remember, you can find us on Facebook. We are at SME OnPoint.